Hello and welcome to Forever Fit with Anthony Cheam. Today's podcast is all about gut health. Anthony shares how to improve gut health and how having a healthy gut can strengthen your immune system and enhance your energy levels, among many other positive health benefits.
Today, we're going to talk about the power of the gut, the power of digestion, the healthy gut. And this has been, in the past few years, a topic of discussion, not just in my own life, but with clients and friends and family, people that I've met, holistic nutritionists, people that are experts in the nutrition field. And we talk about the importance of a healthy gut, which is basically 70% of up to 70% of your immune system. So we must keep that gut healthy. And by the way, we have three brains. We've got the mind brain, we've got the heart brain, we've got the gut brain. There's actually neuropeptides in the gut, neuropeptides in the heart, and neuropeptides obviously in your mind brain. So we got to take care of all three brains, okay? Not just the thoughts and the perceptions and the spirituality of our mind and what goes in terms of our thoughts and our behaviors, but also in terms of our heart health, emotions, and feeling, as well as our gut health. So on the physical gross level, we're going to talk about that today. So digestion, and this goes out to my friend Christina, who's a holistic nutritionist, and she's a wealth of knowledge. And I've talked to her on a number of occasions. She actually spoke at one of my seminars about a metaphor that our digestive system is like a balloon. And imagine we rolled up a piece of newspaper into the balloon, and then what we did was, okay, well, the whole point was to get that paper out of this big balloon. What would we need to do on a physical basis in order to pull that newspaper out smoothly? So our gut is like that balloon, and the things we eat are the newspaper. So the first thing she talks about is water. And we've done a full podcast on water. So getting plenty of water to make the paper nice and small, to break it down a bit and to make it easier and actually it also acts as a lubricant as well to move through the bowels, so it can be eliminated out of the balloon. The second part of it is fiber. So fiber from vegetables, fiber from fruits, fiber from super grains, fiber from supplements, stuff like that, which was going to break down the newspaper even more. Insoluble fiber, soluble fiber from various forms. And I'm a big believer, and we talked about this, 70%, up to 70%, maybe even higher for a lot of people. 70% of your diet should come from plant-based foods, such as fruits, vegetables, super grains, stuff like that, seeds, nuts, hemp seeds, chia seeds, all that stuff. And if you're eating 70% of your diet plant-based foods, trust me, you're getting a lot of fiber, no problem. You should be eliminating, no problem. Okay. So, and what she talked about too, literally, a good sort of litmus test for good digestion, really. And she told me about something about you do the beet test. And what she said was eat, or you can juice a bunch of beets or eat a bunch of beets and wait until you go to the bathroom. And so she said, if you go to the bathroom right away, it could be a positive sign, it could be a negative sign. But if you haven't eliminated the beets, and for the people that eat a lot of beets, what actually happens after you go to the bathroom, actually the color of it's a little bit, I'm talking about this online, and for the people out there, it's a little bit graphic, of course, but for the people that have eaten a lot of beets before or juiced beets before, when you go to the bathroom, the color is different. So that's all I'm going to say about that. But it's the time through which you juice or eat the beets to the time you actually go move it through your system. She said, I think, and I'll confirm this with her next time I talk to her. 12 to 24 hours, you should be going to the bathroom and seeing the color of that. So that's a good little thing you can do. Try the beet test, either juice it or eat it and see what happens. But basically, a good rule of thumb: if you're not going once a day, it's not a good thing. You should be going at least once a day. Twice a day probably is a good, especially if you're eating 2, 3, 4, 5 times a day. And we talked about intermittent fasting, but you should be going probably a good number is twice a day. It's what she talks about. But going back to the balloon, we got newspaper in a balloon, we got water, we got fiber to break it down even more. And the third thing is oils, healthy oils. And one of the things she talked about too, Christina talked about, her name is Christina Bigelow, if you want to look her up on Google, Christina Bigelow, holistic nutritionist. And she talked about how oil acts as a lubricant for the solids to move through your body. So imagine like oil, a bunch against the walls of your digestive system, and acts as a lubricant to be moved through. So we got water, we got soluble and insoluble fibers, we've got oils to lubricate the walls. And the fourth thing she talks about is probiotics. And just like Cam said, the probiotics will break it down even more, and it'll keep the health of your gut even healthier. We've talked about a lot of nutritionists, holistic nutritionists will subscribe or prescribe probiotics, or a combination of prebiotics and probiotics. And again, I'm not the expert on this. I actually seek out experts in this field. But one of the things they talk about, you don't necessarily need to actually take supplements, but eat a lot of fermented foods, just as Cam's doing. Kombucha, which is a fermented tea. You can eat kimchi, which is a Korean dish, which any fermented foods, sauerkraut or pickles. Apple cider vinegar is something I use twice a day, once in the morning and once in the afternoon as well. And make sure you get the apple cider vinegar with mother. That's the key. Organic apple cider vinegar with the mother. It's the mother that's the actual healthy bacteria inside of it. In fact, I should probably have her on the show, and actually she would explain all this stuff to her. In fact, I've talked with her for hours at times, and she just goes off on a tangent because she just knows so much about this stuff. She's very passionate about it. Another thing is called BioK, which you can get from the health food store. A lot of people, when they're taking antibiotics, what she should recommend is actually taking this BioK an hour after or 2 hours after you take the antibiotics, because the antibiotics kill all the bacteria, the good and bad bacteria, and then drinking this will kind of replenish the good bacteria as well. Kefir, which is a fermented milk, a dairy product. For people that can't take dairy, I wouldn't recommend that. I'm not sure if it can come in non-dairy form or not. Again, I'm not the expert in that area either. But from what I've researched, from what I've talked to her about and read about having a healthy gut, they tell you water, fiber, healthy oils coming from seeds, like you can get hemp seeds, chia seeds, you can take olive oil, avocados are good as well. Avocado oils, or using oils on your salads is great. And then we got probiotics as well from fermented foods or supplementations such as BioK, or talk to a nutritionist about, a good probiotic. From what I hear, what probiotic you should use, everyone's different, but getting a multi-strain probiotic with some prebiotics is very important, from what I hear. So again, let's review that quickly. Digestion, health of your gut is 70% of your immune system. So if you're getting sick a lot, that's probably the first place on the physical level to take a look at is your digestive system. If you're taking enough water, ask yourself these questions. Am I drinking enough water? Am I getting enough fiber from whole foods, plant-based foods? Is my diet 70% plant-based, or at least 50 to 70%? Am I getting enough healthy oils coming from whole foods like hemp seeds, chia seeds, avocados, healthy oils on my salads like olive oil, avocado oil, hemp oil? Vega has a great oil, like it's an antioxidant EFA oil that you can get online or any grocery store. And am I getting enough probiotics from, or healthy bacteria from kombucha or any fermented foods like, pickles and sauerkraut, and apple cider vinegar? You might want to add apple cider vinegar to your smoothies. And we will talk about that more when we talk about the 5 S's of super vitality. So water, fiber, oil, probiotics, and I can tell you that alone will get you on a huge jump start on a healthy level. You can ask my wife. My wife and I do apple cider vinegar with mother once or twice. I do it twice a day. I think she does it once in the morning. But we have not got sick in the longest time. In fact, I know clients that take it too as well. And if they do get sick, they don't get sick for very long. The recovery time from the time they get sick to the time they recover is it's quick. And if I do get sick, it's a little cough here, sniffle there, but I get over it quick. And I think it has a lot to do with the amount of water I take, the fiber, the healthy oils, and the probiotics. I drink kombucha as well, and apple cider vinegar. So that'll give you a huge boost in the immune system, in your gut, and your vitality, and your body's ability to digest, to assimilate foods, to digest the foods, and then finally to eliminate the foods. Try the beet test, of course. Just be somewhere where you can actually go to the bathroom. I do suggest that. But let me tell you something. This is something I've learned probably in the past 5 to 7 years. I've been in the health and fitness industry for about 20 years almost. And I only started just learning about the power of the gut and the health of the gut the past 5-7 years. And I've been implementing it. And let me tell you, my health and my energy levels have just skyrocketed just by using the water, fiber, oil, and probiotic. If you don't assimilate and digest your foods properly and eliminate quickly, as efficiently and effective, what will happen is your body will become poop water. You don't want poop running around your system. You just can't. That's very toxic for your system. And once that happens, then I don't care how healthy or how fit you are, you're just not going to have the energy. You're going to be sick. You're just going to be a cesspool for a host for a bunch of different diseases and problems that I won't be able to get into, but it's definitely something to look into and talk about your doctor. And again, anything we talk about, any types of supplements or types of food, types of suggestions or tips or nuggets that we give you on this show, make sure you talk to a nutritionist or a doctor if you have any ailments, because some of them, this is generally speaking, some people that, as an example, intermittent fasting, I don't recommend for diabetics. They just can't go on intermittent fasting 18 hours without any sugar. Otherwise they will die. Literally, they got to eat every few hours. So that's an exception. There's always an exception to every rule we talk about. But yeah, I'd love to talk to her, have her on the show. I know she would love to. And if you want to look her up on Facebook or on any, she's on all these platforms or on Google, or Christina Bigelow from, I believe she lives in Milton. She has a couple practices and a few supplements that she definitely recommends for optimal health too as well. So we'll definitely have her on the show for sure. And so hopefully you guys, we love you. We honor you. We hope you start implementing these past 10 podcasts we've been on. I think it was 10. We talk about health and vitality in terms of nutrition and what you got to feed. Remember, you're a Lamborghini, so feed your body the right fuel. And I tell you, your body will thank you. You'll start to make more money at your work. You'll start to have greater relationships, better making love, better sleep, and it'll affect every area of your life. So hopefully you're taking these tips in and taking it one step at a time. So if you love this show, we're on iTunes, we're on Spotify, we're on YouTube, we're on Facebook. Follow us, comment, like, subscribe. We'd love to hear from you. Ask any questions, and share it with a friend if any episode that really resonates with you. If you have a friend or a family member that's struggling, share it with them, and it would be a great way to pay it forward. So to your continued upgrade and evolution, live it up with power, purpose, and passion. God bless you guys, and to all your dreams and endeavors, may they be realized and revealed to you now. Thanks, guys.